Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist of the Abyss, and you're watching my review for Bleach Chapter 581. Alright, and in this chapter, there's pretty much only two things that happen. Alright, first, it's revealed who the person was last week that actually showed up. Alright, that was Ichigo. Kubo decided to go the obvious route there. I listed a bunch of people last week, both in the video itself and in the description box below, most of which were jokes like Don Kanonji and Kon, the King of New York, alright? The King of New York, Kon, alright? But I did list Grimmjow in there. Grimmjow was actually kind of serious. Him, Nell, or Hime and Chad, since they're just MIA. I said Karin and Yuzu, not really Yuzu, mostly Karin, but that was like half joking and half serious because I want Karin to show up because it wouldn't make sense for her to not be involved in the final arc at all. After, spending time to build up how she's, come into her spiritual awareness and all this stuff. She's going to Kisuke or Horror Shop all the time. She's a Quincy, all this stuff. It'd be stupid for her not to do anything in the final arc. Then again, Kubo doesn't care about his side characters, so who knows? Maybe she actually won't do something. But yeah, the point is that Ichigo was the obvious choice, and I'm literally probably everyone got that right. Like, it's probably going to be Ichigo. We had our in the back of our minds, we had our hopes, like we wanted to be certain people, but I'm sure we all knew in the end, like it's there's a good chance it's Ichigo, and it was. He shows up, and yeah, that's that's it for that one thing. The second thing that happened was Omaida trying to take care of both Soifone and his sister, and he ends up getting help from Shinji and Nono. All right, they show up and they take out all the fodder Quincy's, I guess. Oh yeah, by the way, I know her name is actually Momo, but I'm calling her Nono because if someone was going to ask me whether or not I want to see her in the manga anymore, my answer would be no. No. All right. I just don't like this girl. She's such a bad out of all the female characters in the big three. Momo is like by far the worst. She is the worst. Like you could take the worst female characters in each series, all right, and Momo is worse than them all. She's worse than 1010. She's worse than freaking I don't know. Who's the worst female character in One Piece? I don't know. Who cares, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The point is that she's worse than them all. All right, this girl, like, I mean, like, it surprises you sometimes to think, this girl is actually a lieutenant. like, she actually has the same rank as people like Renji, people like Ikkaku, not Ikkaku, no, not even Ikkaku. Ikkaku's third seed. He's still better than her. Like Rangiku, Nemu, or whatever her name is. Who else? Nanao, Rukia. Like, there are a ton of people. Yachiru. There are so many. Even Izuru Kira. Dude's probably dead right now, and even his corpse can beat Momo. Like, this girl is so bad compared to all the other lieutenants. Like, she's just. I just don't like this girl. She's just awful. She's awful. She does not need to show up ever again in this series. The first one I saw her in this chapter, I didn't even realize it was her because that's how little I pay attention to her character. Right? Like I just when I first saw her, I thought it was that girl from the very beginning of the arc. Like after the Fullbring arc, you see the two Soul Reaper girls, and they need to be saved by Ichigo and company, and then they go into his room, and like they wake up, and like there's comedy and all that. I thought it was like that girl. I'm like, oh yo, Kubo brought that girl back. Nice, that's funny. Was she even in Shinji's squad? Well, no, you know what? Who cares? Whatever. She's back. I don't care, But no, then Shinji called her Momo, and I'm like, oh, it's that piece of crap. She needs to just disappear. She needs to disappear. But yeah, I'm kind of getting sidetracked. But yeah, nothing much else to talk about in this chapter, so I might as well get sidetracked. But yeah, Shinji ends up telling Omaida to go help Kenpachi because if Kenpachi loses, then they're screwed. Or if he dies, then they're screwed because there's no one else. Apparently, there's no one else who can fight there. I mean, I know Renji's feeling pretty good right now, but apparently he sucks. So Shinji thinks he sucks. Byakuya showed up. Hey, I guess Shinji thinks he sucks too. I mean, who else? I'm sure. Where's Hiyori? Where's Lisa? Where's Hachi? Where's um Mashiro? Where are these people? Like, I know there are people there that can fight. Where's freaking Nemu and Mayuri, Kurotsuchi? Like, they're in their lap, right? Why don't they come out? Like, this dude's got a freaking big poison baby. Like, he can just toss it, have a body slam the Quincy's, and that'll be that. Like, shoot poison gas down the street. Like, how is there no one else? Like, I don't get it. There are people. He's just ignoring them. But whatever. Um, Apparently, Kenpachi, this half-dead Kenpachi that's essentially paralyzed. He can't move. And apparently he's their last hope. So, freaking head captain, dude. Freaking Shunsui, Kiraku. They have a ton of freaking people there that can fight. Oh. Whatever. It's Bleach. It's Tite Kubo. Whatever. Kubo doesn't know what he's doing. We've accomplished this. We figured this out already. The Grammy stuff was all we needed to figure out that he has no clue what he's doing. Not even that. Freaking Kangdu getting one-shotted by Hitsugaya. That was enough to let us know he has no clue what he's doing. BG9 and Soyphone. Bobbietta. All these dudes getting one-shotted time after time. All these bad fights, and we already knew he didn't know what he was doing, so this should be no surprise, but whatever. But anyway, Baz B is sitting there, alright? Baz B, one of 3 Sternritter who are actually good. 3, alright? Baz B, Yuha Bach, and Rewiew. They're the only 3. Everyone else sucks. Even Hashfault. Hashfault sucks too. This dude sat there for an hour and a freaking half, trying to take down a shield that in the end he just decided to use brute force on because it didn't matter either way. Like he sucks too, alright? The only 3 Sternritter who do not suck are Yuha Bach, Rewiew, and Baz B, alright? So, I'm glad to finally see him, and he decides to fight against Omaeda, Shinji, and Momo. So, Burner Finger 3, boom. Alright, so hopefully this ends up being good. Hopefully. I know better than to put my faith in Kubo, but I'm gonna do it anyway because Baz B is like the only guy worth watching right now since Rewiew and Yuha Bach aren't doing anything. They're just sitting around right now, so they're just sitting around watching all the Sternritter get beaten. But whatever. Yeah, that's really all there is to talk about with this chapter. So, yeah, I'm surprised I was able to stretch the review out this long. That's because I went so off topic. But whatever. As for this chapter, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Average, mediocre. And that's all there is to say about that. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.